Welcome to our study coming classes. So today we discuss some of important MCQs of biology that for your upcoming half yearly examination. So here some of questions. Now the number one, to show experimentally that CO2 is given out during respiration, student must use what? So the options are like this. So we know that KOH is used to absorb carbon dioxide during the respiration process. So the option is KOH, that is option B. Number two, on complete digestion of fats, the end products are. So we know that the fats digest by the help of lipase enzyme. It is converted into fatty acid and glycerol. So option is B. Number three, during deficiency of oxygen in tissues of human being, pyruvic acid is converted into lactic acid in the which part? So options are mitochondria, cytoplasm, Golgi body and chloroplast. So we know that when lack of oxygen is there in our muscle cell, so pyruvate that takes place in the cytoplasm of the muscles to form lactic acid. So option is cytoplasm, that is option B. Number 4, which is the first step of photosynthesis? And these are the options. So we know that the first step of photosynthesis is the excitation of electrons of chlorophyll, that due to the energy of the sun. So option is A, that is excitation of electrons of chlorophyll is the first step of photosynthesis. Number 5, which is the first enzyme to mix with food in the digestive tract? So we know that amylase, that is the salivary amylase from the mouth, that mixed with the food in the digestive tract, that is the first enzyme. So option is A, that is amylase. Number 6, the pancreatic juice doesn't contain one of the following enzymes. Options are lipase, trypsin, ptyalin and amylase. So you know that pancreatic juice that have the enzymes lipase, trypsin and amylase. But ptyalin, option C, ptyalin is one of the enzymes that secretes in the saliva. So option is C. Number 7, to prepare a temporary mount of leaf fill, we should take what? So here the options are, so to prepare mount a leaf, we always choose a freshly plucked leaf because that have the living cells and stressed epidermis. So option is A, freshly plucked leaf. Number 8, to prepare a good temporary mount of a petunia leaf fill showing many stomata, the student has to get the pill from the, so these are the options. So for a temporary mount of leaf fill, so to showing the stomata, we always choose lower surface of the leaf because the stomata are present in the lower surface of the leaf. So option is B. Number 9, which of these is not a part of small intestine? These are the options. So here jejunum, ileum, duodenum and rectum. Jejunum, ileum and duodenum, these are the parts of the small intestine, but rectum is not the part of the small intestine. It is the part of the large intestine. So option is D, rectum. Number 10. So this is the assertion and reason based question. So assertion is blood takes up oxygen from the alveolar air and release carbon dioxide during exchange. And the reason is the concentration of O2 is more in alveolar air. So here the assertion is correct because blood takes up oxygen from alveolar air and release carbon dioxide. It is correct. And the concentration of O2 is more in alveolar air than the blood. So it is also correct. But this is not the correct reason for the assertion. So option is B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So option is B. Number 11. Assertion is mitochondria helps in photosynthesis. It is wrong. Mitochondria is not helping in photosynthesis. Reason is mitochondria have enzymes in dark reaction. It is correct. So option is D. A false, R is true. Number 12. The assertion is blood of insect is colorless. It's correct. Reason is the blood of insect doesn't play any role in the transport of oxygen. It is also correct because blood is not play the role of transporting oxygen in insects, but this is not the correct explanations, that's why it is colorless. So option is B, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Number 13. The assertion is the rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much faster than the terrestrial organism. Aquatic organism much faster. It is correct. But the reason is the amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very high as compared to the amount of oxygen in air. So it is false because the amount of oxygen dissolved in water is very low than the air. That's why the organisms breathe much faster. So option is A true, but R is false. That is C option. Number 14. Here there are 4 pictures. 4 students use experimental setup shown above. The setup that would show that carbon dioxide is given out during respiration is. So here from the setups, look at the option IV. So that is the correct setup for the carbon dioxide is given out during respiration. So the answer is option B, IV. Number 15. Look at the diagram. So in the following diagram, identify the cell through which massive amount of gaseous exchange takes place for photosynthesis. So here these are the options. So look at the picture. So IV, the place where the stomatal pores are present at the lower surface of the leaf, so that have massive amount of gaseous exchange occurs. So answer is option B, IV. Number 16. Is stomata closed when bit 1 it needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, bit 2 it doesn't need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, bit 3 water flows out of the guard cells, bit 4 water flows into the guard cell. So the correct reason of this process are, so look, the first option, it needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. No, because stomata open while it needs carbon dioxide. So 1 is wrong. Number 2, it doesn't need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Yes. So during while it doesn't need carbon dioxide, so the stomata close. So option 2 is correct. 3. Water flows out from the guard cell. Yes, while water flows out from the guard cells, the stomata wants to close. So option 3 is also correct. 4th, water flows into the guard cell. No, water flows into the guard cell, though it is wrong. So the options are 2 and 3. So option is D. That is correct. Option D. Number 17. Which one of the following statement is correct about human circulatory system? Option A. Blood transport only oxygen and not carbon dioxide. It is wrong. It transport both oxygen and carbon dioxide. Option B. Human heart has 5 chambers. It is also wrong. It have 4 chambers. Option C. Valves ensure that the blood doesn't flow backward. It is correct because that is the function of valve. And option D. Both oxygen rich and oxygen deficiency blood get mixed in the heart. It is also wrong because it is only possible in the heart of the frog. So option C is correct. Valve ensure the blood doesn't flow backward. It is correct. Number 8. Mohit prepared temporary mount of leaf fill and draw the following diagram. The missing part of the diagram is. So look at this diagram. So here the options are chloroplast, epidermal cell, cell wall and nucleus. So in this diagram there is no chloroplast. So option is A, that is chloroplast. Number 19. Complete the glucose breakdown pathway in case of aerobic respiration by filling the blanks. So here glucose in cytoplasm, and these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and energy is released. So here 1 is glucose breakdown into pyruvate, that is 3 carbon molecule, that is pyruvate plus sum of energy, and in the presence of 3 and 4 is in the presence of oxygen, and in the mitochondria it produces carbon dioxide and water. So 1 is pyruvate, 2 is energy, 3 is oxygen, 4 is mitochondria, 5 is carbon dioxide and 6 is water. That is the option C is correct. Number 20. A student soaked 10 gram of resin in 50 ml of distilled water in two beakers A and B each. She maintained the beaker A at 25 degrees Celsius and beaker B at 50 degrees Celsius. After an hour, the percentage of water absorbed will be, so compare this, A have 25 degrees Celsius and B have 50 degrees Celsius. So more is the temperature, it will facilitate more absorption. So the options are A is more in B and then A. So option is A, more in B than in A. So option is A. Thank you students. We will discuss more MCQs or other questions in the next video. Bye bye.